Hello everyone! So for today's video ay gagawa po tayo ng tutorial kung paano i-deploy ang inyong web application online using Vercel account. Take note that Vercel doesn't accept a web application that has a backend or database connection. It is purely static web application, or it is okay also if meron pong framework like React, Angular, basta po purely front-end code lang po. Next, so step 1, you need to create a Vercel account. You need to create a Vercel account. So this is the interface. Again, let's go back. This is the interface of the Vercel account. This is where you create your projects. Next is you need to create a GitHub account. So this is the home page of GitHub account. So paano gumawa ng GitHub account? Just search github.com, sign up, and then type your email, password, username, and your country. Same as the Vercel. You can use your GitHub account or Google. So I prefer GitHub or your Google account. Then next, after you create your GitHub account, click the new button. This will create a new repository to store your source code. Name it, for example, sample3. Then select public. Then click the create repository button. 8. So after that, copy the URL later. So let's proceed sa ating source code here. So for demo, let's delete the .git for practice. Okay, so let's delete this also. So ang ginagamit ko po na IDE or environment is the Visual Studio 2022, but you can use also the Visual Studio Code, and most programmer maybe uses this or mas prefer itong purple one. But for me, I prefer using this Visual Studio 2022 kasi mas madali magamit ng Git. So let's start. Let's find a recent project. Let's find, copy, and then paste it in our source code or the project which we created earlier. We name it sample. So here's the HTML. Take note that you need to create a .html extension. Only .html. Vercel will read that. If you use another one, or for example .aspx, Vercel cannot read that one. Next is we need to copy the assets. Copy and paste it here. Wait for a minute or second. Okay, so let's proceed here. Refresh. Refresh again. Oh, show all files. Okay. Within the project, include. Okay, so next, since meron na po tayong template or this index.html or .html extension code, you can do it from scratch, but for the video we already have a template which I created yesterday. Okay, next, for that you need to set up the repository or the Git. We need to close this one. Okay, we need to close this one, save, check. Okay, there is no GitHub. To delete this one. To open it again. Simple. So use a static web application only if you want to deploy your web application using Vercel. Use the .html extension. Okay, so ito na po yung file natin. Then you need to set up the Git or add source control. Same din po ito sa Visual Studio Code, which you manually command it through cmd or command line. Just wait for a while. Okay, create a Git repository. Since we already created a repository in our GitHub account, you need to copy the link, paste it, and create and push. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, so na-push na po natin yung project natin sa ating repository. So let's check. Here we go. So nandito na. And please take note, you need to create a vercel.json file. And you need to input this one. Babasahin po yan ni Vercel para ma-deploy po yung GitHub repository natin sa website po nila or sa server nila. So let's, after pushing your project sa repository mo, let's now proceed sa ating Vercel. Let's delete this one. This is the previous one I created earlier. Delete. So ganito lang po ang pag-delete. So let's proceed, create or select the add new button, then select project. After that, If wala pa po dito yung GitHub repository natin, select the adjust GitHub information and repository access. Select your repository. Then you need to save. Hindi na po ito ginagamit. So save. And boom. Next is you need to click the import button to prompt or navigate you to this new project interface. You can name your project or as is. Sa mga merong framework na ginagamit, you can select here the respective framework you're using, like Create, React App, Angular, and so on. So let's click the deploy. Wala na po kayong gagawin dito. If you have environment variables, you can add here, but usually direct na po na click nyo din ang deploy button. Let's wait for a second. Okay. Okay, here we go. So you just deployed a new project to our account, Vercel account. So let's continue, or you can click directly. Let's go. So this is our project deployed. So if you try to access this, you can view this online kasi naka-HTTPS na po ito, secure and provided by Vercel. No need to worry if hindi po makikita ng ibang tao kasi it's available online. Any person can view this in any country or in the Philippines. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone. I hope you've learned something. Let's go.